We're live. What's going on, D-Bags? Hope you guys are doing well. Back here again with another episode of the Detox Podcast, episode 93. Can't believe we made it this many weeks, but we have. And if you're new here, if you're here to see my guest here today, feel free to subscribe because we actually do a lot of podcasts here, music and comedy, cover all bases. So check it out. We're trying to hit 700 subscribers here pretty soon. So before I introduce my guest, though, today, and I get into the rest of the podcast, I got to talk to you guys a little bit about car insurance. These days, it seems as if we're able to do more and more from home. So while you're at home, why aren't you saving money on your car insurance? Your hometown agency, Kenosha Auto Insurance, specialized for years in simple, hassle-free car insurance using the latest and touch-free technology to help you and your family get the best rates. So what are you waiting for? Give them a call today, 262-448-4141. It's on the screen right there. That's 262-448-4141. The website is kenoshains.com. And one last time, it's 262-448-4141. Give them a call. Tell them D-Rita, D-Talk sent you. They will hook you up, I promise. Now, with all that out of the way, with all that good stuff out of the way, we paid the bills. We got the intro of the podcast all ready to go. I'm pumped to introduce you guys my guest this week. He's not been on the show yet, to my recollection. And he's a Kenosha hip-hop artist, creative, and a friend. He's here to kick it and talk everything from Bad Baby's OnlyFans to his most recent appearance on our new track, Let You Down, which is out everywhere. Go check that out. So without further ado, let's give a wet detox welcome to my guy, Jrachi. And
what up? Thank you for having me, brother. Thank you for having me.
What's going on, dog? Thank you for being here. First off, thank you for being here.
No problem.
We're gonna get into all of it today, but I want to start first. We just got a new track that released, right?
Facts.
How you feeling? What's the reception been like of the new track?
It seemed like most people fucking with it.
Yeah.
Honestly, you know what I'm saying? It seemed like most people fucking with it. We was out in Whitewater this weekend. It seemed like a lot of people was fucking with it out there. We got to branch it out, a couple more spots, but it seemed like everybody was fucking with it.
Very cool. How's the Jrachi fan base? Like, have they been hungry? They've been waiting on a new release.
It seemed like it a little bit, just a little bit. I want them to be a little bit more hungry though. You know what I'm saying? I might have to make them wait a little bit.
You're gonna make them wait. I was gonna ask you.
I don't know. Like, should I like?
What's the plan for Jrachi moving forward? What looks can his supporters? I'm talking about you. Like you're not here in the room.
Okay.
What can your supporters expect from you? What can they expect from you coming up?
Right now, I got a video that I've been sitting on for a minute to a single called Heater. I dropped Heater like a while ago.
Okay.
But I got a video that I want to put out soon. So if y'all gonna tune right there,
yeah,
y'all gonna tune in. Y'all gonna tune in. Listen to Heater. It's on all platforms, and then go watch the video because I'm dropping that soon.
What's up with what's sitting on the video for so long?
Waiting on the timing, bro.
Really?
Yeah, just waiting on the timing.
How does that work for? What's your process on that? Because I know everybody's creative process is a little different when it comes to like when to release things. How does that work for you? Like when do you know something is the right time to drop something, whether it's a video or a song or interview?
I feel like it got a lot to do with social media. I don't really like social media like that, but once you see like stuff is popping on social media, then it's kind of like it gives you cues or stuff. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
no, absolutely.
Certain things like that. But yeah, probably social media.
How far ahead do you try and plan things out if you can?
I'm the worst at planning, bro.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be totally honest with you.
I feel like all creatives are. I feel like
I'm the worst at planning. Like
we all just have that scatter brain where it's like I'm just trying to create things and then you forget. Oh shit, I gotta package this in a way where people
like you know
can
what I'm
listen
saying?
to it.
Yeah, right.
Makes it tough. Definitely makes it tough. We talked on the live. We went on Instagram Live a couple days ago when the song came out. And we were talking about your influences that got you into music. And you'd mentioned a couple different people, but I was wondering and curious now as maybe you guys were a little turnt that night. So
a little bit.
I was thinking like maybe what if you had to say so now, who were your biggest influences like coming up?
You want like young or old influences?
Just who inspired you as you were growing up, and then we can get into what inspired you to start making music.
Growing up, man, it's like so many artists. I feel like my dad probably influenced most of my music choices. Like, so he used to grow up. He used to listen to like Jay-Z, Nas, Tupac, Biggie. They're normal. You know what I'm saying? So probably people like that growing up. That's probably what I listen to most. And then my mom, like I said before, my mom listened to like R&B and shit like that. You know, like the softer music, the old school R&B. So.
A lot of heart and soul and that kind of stuff. I got you.
Shit like that, yeah.
What if I guess like growing up then who was your favorite artist if you had to pick one?
Growing up.
It's a tough question because I mean there's a lot.
So
if you listen
many,
to a lot of different shit, it's tough.
So many.
anybody that was like who was? Do you have an MP3 player? You ever have like an MP3 player or something like that?
Damn, I don't know when the last time I had one of them.
What was like your
Definitely
what was your first song you got on your MP3 player? Because
Well,
back then you only have like 40 songs on an MP3
shit,
player.
yeah,
You
no
think like,
space
oh,
on
I got
that.
so
Yeah.
much music. It's like 40 songs. Now I got thousands on my shit.
Yeah.
So I know.
Man. Bro, that was so long ago.
I know for me,
Like-
I had like maybe 40, 50 songs, and like I was talking when we were on the live, like I listened to like a lot of Ghetto Boys with my dad had in Scarface. It was just like he had like ripped some shit off of YouTube and he had it on his like his like
Okay.
file explorer in his like computer. So I just had that shit. It was actually on my PSP, not even an MP3
That's
player.
tough, though. That's
So
tough.
I had
That's
that, and then like 4 or 5 Eminem songs, and like that was it. Like that was it. That's all I could listen to. So
okay,
it's like
Eminem was tough though. Eminem, he definitely one of the goats. Definitely
yeah,
one of the goats.
he really is. He really is.
Yeah.
What'd you think about his newest stuff? I know some people have mixed opinions. I personally have been slightly critical of some of his. Not this last project, but the which one was it? Not Recovery. His one where he had River with Ed Sheeran, and that was like the best track on the whole project to me.
And it was like one of the most recent ones.
Yeah, it wasn't this last one with Music to Be Murdered By or whatever, but it was like the one previously,
know.
and it wasn't
Damn.
quite my style.
I know what you're talking about, but I don't really know. I ain't been listening to him like that. Like
Who's in your rotation now?
a lot of the younger artists, bro. I listen to people that's like my age.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because then I feel like it's more to relate to. Because
I'm
not gonna say we go
similar thing.
yeah, we don't go through
Similar.
the exact same shit, but we go through similar shit. So it's probably the younger artists for me. So like NBA, Juice, G Herbo.
You listen to Vince Staples at all?
I heard of Vince Staples.
You should
I ain't
check
really-
Vince Staples. I feel like,
I might have
especially
to.
like from people you mentioned growing up listening to, Vince Staples is very
Okay.
solid.
I
Very
might have
solid.
to check him out.
What so you mentioned on our Instagram live that your reason for getting into rapping stemmed from a heartbreak.
Yeah.
You gotta spill some beans on that, man.
Damn.
What does that look like? What does that mean?
Damn.
Because I just got that. This is the tip of the iceberg. I need to know what's going on here.
He want me to spill some beans. How many beans you want me to spill?
Spill all of them, man. All of them.
I ain't gonna spill all of them, bro.
Okay, what you got? When you said that, because you said on the IG live, you said, "Man, I got into rapping on some heartbreak shit." I want to know what does that mean?
It was me and this person I was fucking with. I'm not gonna go into detail because I still got respect for that person, so we gonna keep our business, you know.
Gotcha.
So like,
That's
but
fair.
me and this person was fucking with each other for a couple years. I did what I did. I made some mistakes. She wasn't fucking with me after I made some mistakes.
What kind of mistakes did you make, Jrachi?
What you think?
I got some ideas, but I can't assume. I don't want to assume anything.
Some.
Was Jrachi being unfaithful? Is
Yeah,
that what
we
it was?
just gonna say that. Keep it simple. Yeah, just keep it simple. I was a little unfaithful. Should have been more faithful.
That's fair.
But then she went and did what she did. She made some mistakes too. So you know,
So y'all
it's
both
not
just
all
kinda
me.
like,
Yeah,
you guys both just misstepped a little bit,
yeah,
right?
right.
So
right.
how did that thing happening translate into you getting into music?
Cause I couldn't get out of my fucking head. Like I was just thinking about this shit all day, and then it's like when you got so much in your head, you gotta find somebody to like release it, or it's
An
just
outlet.
you know what I'm saying? Or
Yeah.
it's just gonna fuck with you a lot. So that's what it was for me. I had to find a way to release the shit, and music definitely helped.
Did you
Definitely
write a
helped.
specific track to get over that? What's that track called? Is that track out? Which one's that?
The first one I
That's
ever
Nina?
dropped, Nina, bro. Yeah.
That's Nina? Okay, that's
the
what I thought.
one.
I was listening to that today. So
That's the
what I
one.
thought.
That's
Okay.
the one. That's the one.
And
It's not even like a heartbreak song though. People ask me like, "Oh, is it called Nina?" Because I didn't say Nina like one time in there,
Yeah.
but I actually did. And the producer like cut it out on accident or whatever.
Okay.
So I just was like, "Fuck it," and just left
Was
it.
it like
out.
an ad lib, like a before this, or was
No,
it like
wasn't.
a bar?
It was a bar in there.
Oh, okay.
And I told him to cut something else out. He accidentally cut that out.
Yeah,
And I was like, "Fuck it, we just gonna ride with it."
that's fair.
Yeah.
So like, give us like the Genius breakdown right now. If you were on Genius right now, you had the yellow screen behind you, and they were like asking you the meaning behind some of the lyrics. You got any like specific lyrics stick out to you in that song, and a reason behind it? Because especially if you were letting out, all that steam, I'm sure there's got to be.
I was
some
pretty
reasons.
angry at the time. Yeah, so I was
Okay.
definitely pretty angry at the time. So at that time, I wanted to just go around and fight motherfuckers, beat somebody ass. You know what I'm saying?
Were you beating people's ass at the time?
A little bit here and there. I try to like refrain from it, but like
Violence don't solve all
yeah,
your problems.
it don't. Not all of them. So
Some of them.
Some of them.
Some of them.
Yeah.
Some of them you gotta rub
You
them
know
up a little bit. I've been curious since I've seen the Jrachi name popping up on my timelines and everything, as well as I know, was it maybe a year or so back, I saw like you switched your shit to Jrachi, whatever. Latrell's here in the studio for people that don't know, and I'm curious, what is this Jrachi gang? What's Jrachi gang?
Rich ass, childish, humble individuals.
Rich ass, childish, humble individuals.
There it is.
Okay.
There
Wow.
it is.
So then you got Jrachi from Jasir then.
Yep.
And how was Jrachi gang formed? Who was it formed by? Was it you? Was it your brainchild? Was it somebody else's?
It was like a mix of a group of people. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So that's why the acronym is for like all of us. It's
Yeah.
not just me. You know
I like
what
the
I'm saying?
individual. Yeah, I get it.
Right. So like, it was just a group of people. It was a gym class, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
It was a gym class, and somebody was just saying, I'm finna say something though. Man, hey, don't be doing too much. Don't be, I gotta tell them, don't do too much.
Yeah.
But my boy was like, hey, nigga, Jrachi. So after he said that, we just started riding with the Jrachi shit, and then it was just at first it was funny as hell. So
Yeah.
it was, you know what I'm saying? It was just something we started saying a lot, and then we just started riding with
Flows
it.
off the tongue though.
You
It's
know,
good.
a
I
little
think
bit,
It
a
works.
little bit,
I think it
yeah.
works.
Yeah.
So how many people were like in this Jrachi gang, or like how many people have made music in this Jrachi gang? Or is
How many
like,
people have made music? Let me
Yeah.
see.
I know you and Latrell.
4.
4 people. Is there more people that do other things we don't know about?
Man, all my boys doing something.
Okay.
So I got my boy Craig, you know, he a barber, he cutting hair. My boy Eve doing music, Alex doing music. What else we got? Me, Trail, you know what I'm saying? We on the music wave right now. My boy MB making money. My boy Zay and Dom, bro, like they some gamers, bro. Like,
Oh, for real?
and they could like stream, bro. Like, bro,
Are they streaming? Do they
no,
be streaming?
they don't. That's why I be telling them, like, bro, go stream, bro. Y'all,
What are you guys
Man.
doing lacking? It's fucking 2021.
that's what I'm bro.
You don't need a nice camera. You just get a little webcam,
Post
a
that
mic.
shit up and play. Oh shit.
Start playing that.
You know what I'm
shit.
saying? Just
Yeah.
play, bro. Like bro, y'all hear my boy Darren, man? Like, just play, bro.
Come on, man. It's content is king out here right now. But I want to know, like, does Jrachi gang obviously? So is everybody from Kenosha then, or most people?
I mean, we all based from Kenosha type shit. Kenosha
Gotcha.
area. He came from Trevor.
Yeah.
Trevor area, whatever that is. I don't know what that is.
So does Jrachi gang have any rivals in music right now? Anybody messing with Jrachi gang?
I don't do
No.
that beef and shit. Nah.
Good.
Nah, we chilling.
we don't-
You hear the acronym?
What's it?
Rich
Yeah.
ass, childish, humble individuals.
I mean, childish and humble could get a little messy there.
Exactly. So like, if we gotta get messy, like,
That's fair.
then we do.
That's fair. So what's your stance then? On, obviously, you got like a couple people you said that have been doing music and whatnot, and you've done some collaborations. What's like your stance on like collaborations in music in general? Like, how do you feel about them?
I feel like they could start fucking waves. Like, great collaborations, like,
Yeah.
could really just take off if it's the right people and they doing the right thing, you know?
I definitely agree. I think too they're very strategic in like building and swapping fan bases. I feel like too,
Facts.
because like if you just think about it from if this artist has got these 20 people that ride for them, and that's like all they
Mhm.
got right now. They're coming out. They got these 20 people.
Right.
These other people got this totally different set of 20
Whole
people.
group.
Now
And
they
then
just swapped,
exactly,
right?
yeah.
And it's like you might not get everybody to cross over, but everyone gonna fuck with that song. And then
Mhm.
after that, you're gonna have basically maybe
More of a
10 from
fan
that and
base,
10 from
exactly.
that. So I
Yep.
think it'll be fine.
That's what's happening with our song a little bit. I feel like we all got a
Oh, yeah.
couple different fan bases, and everybody fan base fucking with the song. So
It's going crazy right now. I don't have it.
Yeah.
I hate that about like when you go from I guess back when like I started making music and you start on SoundCloud and shit, and it's just like you get the immediate like someone plays that shit,
Mhm.
you see exactly how many plays, whatever. When
Right.
it comes to like Spotify, Apple
Yeah,
Music, you gotta
yeah,
take
yeah.
a couple days before that shit'll like start
And it
coming in, and then it's
transfers over,
delayed.
and then- yeah,
Yeah, so it's like I haven't seen everything yet, but I mean, it's been going pretty crazy, man. I'm
It's decent.
very
It's
very
definitely
thankful
decent.
for it all. I mean,
Excuse me.
and going back to the song, so for those that don't know what we're talking about a new track, "Let You Down," which was sort of, I mean, probably like one of the most organic like collabs that I've done, where it was like you guys just want to get in the studio one day, and
make
you guys have
some
been asking
magic.
me for like weeks, and I had
Yeah.
no time, and then I finally
Yep.
had a day where I was like, "Yo, do you guys have time?" And you guys
We
pulled
just
up,
came up.
and we had like I want to say like because I had some shit I had to take care of later. I had a session someone else was coming in and paying for. And so, like, we had, like, 2 hours or something to get this shit done.
To cram it in, yep.
And we fucking knocked that shit out.
Facts.
And we were going through beat after beat. Like, we would probably listen to, like, 20 some beats. Yep. And then
had to find the right one.
Yeah, caught that one. And then it was like, oh, okay, this is it. This is it. Exactly. What, for you, like, and in your verse and everything, how do you, I guess, explain the meaning of the song if someone was going to ask you that? Because that's what we had a good conversation when we were creating the song, was that, like, we both had respect for the fact that, like, each other is going to, when we go to do a song, I'm not just trying to say some fuck shit. Like, I want to actually say something that I'm
feeling at this point.
Exactly. Yeah. So how does, like, if someone were to ask you, like, Jrachi, your verse let you down, man, what's up with that, man? What's going on? What would you say?
The point of that verse was to be like, sometimes you get down, but then you gotta recover. Yeah. That was the point of that verse. So, like, got up on my mama's house and got it on my own. That's basically saying it right there. You know?
It's pretty
I had to get up on my mom's house and get it on my own. So it just basically, like I said, basically, if you down, just get up.
What's your favorite bar of the track?
Everybody can get up. Favorite
bar of the track? I'll tell you mine. I'll go first. Mine is mine is Latrell's like opening line with I forget how does the first part of it go, but is this, you basically called God the N-word and asked if he was listening.
I'm not gonna lie.
And I'm not gonna lie, like, the first time I like he laid it shit down in this when we were in the studio, and I was just like, yeah, man, that shit was fire. And then, like, later that day, as I was mixing it and fucking with it, I'm like, that is the funniest shit that I have ever heard. But it sounds so good.
Hell yeah.
And that shit just had me going. So that's like that's my favorite bar of the track. Also, like, you got the stable line in there at the end of your verse, like, towards the end. I really love
stable,
that. I linked the song down in the description so people can go check it out.
Go check it
especially
out.
if we talking about it like this, people gotta check it out.
Go check it out. Hold on, let me tell you something. I think mine, for me, when Trell said he could rewind time. That was the best one for me. Yeah. That was tough.
And he hit the little ad lib in there at the end too. I like it. I like it. It's nice.
That was tough as hell.
It's very nice. What's your favorite part about making music?
Expressing myself.
Expressing yourself. I feel that. For me, I think it's definitely being able to just have, like, an outlet that I can. I feel like when I go to make a song, especially, like, if I do a well-crafted, like, verse, I feel like it's, like, the best way I could have said something. I was saying that, and I do, like, these behind the songs, like how I make my songs, like, exclusive on Patreon. And I was explaining some of the lyrics to one of my songs, and then I caught myself, like, I'm basically fucking just repeating what I said in the song. I'm like, damn, I was like, you know what? I said it better in the fucking song. Like, I'm butchering it right now. And I feel like when you make a good verse, like, you couldn't have said it better and that's when you know it's like, holy shit, that's fire.
The one. Yep.
Yeah,
facts. And I agree with that.
I love catching a hook too. Like, that's my favorite part about making music. Hook, I feel like that's like the thing that I've gotten the best at, is just being able to catch melodies like right away. It's like my favorite part.
And that's like, I feel like, I'm not gonna say it's natural because you can get it if you work, but like the natural people at it, at catching the melodies and catching the hooks, they got it. Like,
I think the biggest thing about it is just doing it over and over again. That's all I do.
Practice makes perfect. Yeah,
I mean, it's all I do is listen to beats like every day, and so it's like you're just hearing melodies. And so then when I'm not, if I'm at work and I can't listen to beats or whatever, you know, I'm tapping my foot or I'm thinking of melodies in my head, and it's like the second I hear a beat, I just like have all this shit that's ready to come out, and I'm like, oh, okay, there we go. And then it's like, who can I throw on this track? We got Latrell, we got Jrachi. I got to show you one when we're done here today. I got to show you a track I want you on.
Sir, hey, that means we got some magic coming, man. That means we got some more magic coming. I want you.
100%, 100%. We got some people in the chat. Colin O'Brien says he's starving. I think he's referring to you starving your fan base out here. Kevin Klitska says, what's good? What's going on, Kev? Young Richter says, what's going down for episode 100? I put up a poll a couple weeks ago asking what you guys want to see. So let me know what you want to see. So far, pretty much, some people wanted to see an art contest, which I think would be very interesting, especially if it was like a fan art contest, like draw my dumbass. That would be hilarious. That would be tough as well. But Colin said that's right. I think he's talking about the track. You know what I wanted to ask you about was when I'm going through your discography and looking at the people you worked with and everything, in preparation for this, I saw you had a collab with you've collabed with KC Perp.
That's my boy.
Now what's up? Who's KC Perp? Like, how's the relationship there, and how is he as a collaborator with you guys?
So I met KC through my boy Jesus. and I met Jesus at high school.
Okay.
So,
Jesus.
yeah, I had this marketing class, and then I was like, it was just how this kind of happened was kind of funny because I told my boy Jesus, cause that's when 6ix9ine was like blowing up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, this nigga can blow up off of that. I could blow up off of anything. And I was like, and I told Jesus, I ain't gonna lie, I capped a little bit.
What'd you say?
Because I told Jesus, I said, bro, if I started making music, I will get big in a fucking year. Yeah. It's been a little bit longer than a year, but we on the way, so I ain't tripping on it.
How many songs you released? When I was looking, it was like 3-4 songs.
Three singles. So actually, I got a couple singles on like SoundCloud and Lum too. I got like 1 or 2 on Lum.
So that's what I was like. What I mean, you can't even be that like hard. So it's only like you're only 4 or 5 songs deep. You got plenty more tracks to release to get that buzz going and build it.
And I got a lot of tracks like
I'm sure
that we just saving up on. So it's like I got shit. So
when are we gonna get it, man? That's what the real question is.
I be wanting to drop shit, but I listen to shit and then it's like I don't like it. It's not perfect. Like, and then I find one little last thing and then it's like, damn, we got to go back and do this over. And then so I feel like once I get the mixing and the mastering down, like to a, I'm not gonna say like a T because I'm not gonna be perfect at it, but once I get it down a little bit more and I can like master music and my lyrics and my vocals and all that,
I can show you a couple of things. I'll show you a couple of
things.
That's all I need. That's all I need going on. But yeah, it's a tough part, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. I think is that like it's really frustrating. I feel like for a lot of artists, it was especially for me until like I started like learning these things. Is like it's almost like trying to talk to somebody who's not speaking the same language as you. Type shit. And so like I just switched DAWs recently too. Like I've got like 3-4 DAWs now, and so like trying to like go from like the one that you start making music on. For people that don't know, a DAW is a digital audio workspace that's like where you make and record the music.
Exactly.
And when you go like I know how I want. If I want to do this effect, like I know in my head what I'm trying to do, I know how to do it.
On this
I switched to this other DAW, and it's like
totally
I literally
new.
have to learn a new language. That's what it is. Yeah. And so like when you're starting out and you're like, oh, I have this great idea for this hook, or I have this great idea. I want to do this thing here. I want to maybe chop my vocal this way.
Right.
Okay, cool. How the fuck are you gonna do that? You have no idea.
Figure it out. Yeah,
you have no idea when you're starting out. So that's I can definitely see that. And I'm sure we'll get to talking and I'll get you set up. We'll do it. Now. Oh, you said you met Casey Perp from through Jesus though, you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so how did like it come about? Like was he already making music or did you?
He was already making music.
Okay, cool.
And shout out Casey Perp because he been making music for a minute, and y'all should go tune into my boy because he's very tough as well.
Yeah, he's got some good stuff.
He got some good shit. He got some couple songs that hit like 500,000 on SoundCloud.
I think he got one that has 1 million on Spotify.
Does he? I didn't even know.
I was looking at.
He got I didn't know that.
He got he's doing well for himself.
He's tough.
So shout out Casey Perp. Now. Have you seen any of this? I want to talk a little bit about some internet dramas and whatnot. You seen this shit with Paul Pierce?
No, what happened?
You didn't hear anything about Paul Pierce. Okay. So I want to break this down for you and for the audience. So Paul Pierce, if you guys, you know who Paul Pierce is. For those that don't, who are listening or watching.
Well, you talking about the stripper shit?
Yeah.
Okay, I did see that. I did see that.
Paul Pierce, the NBA. He's an NBA. Gonna be a Hall of Famer. I don't know if he is a Hall of Famer. Yeah, he's won a championship for the Celtics. Right, yeah. Very very solid player. Well, more than solid player, and he's been an analyst now for ESPN for the last like 4 or 5 years, something like that. He was on IG Live last week, and he's smoking a cigar on IG Live, drinking whiskey with the homies, and he's got like maybe 5, 6, 7 strippers just like giving his homies massages, giving him massages, and like my man ESPN is owned by Disney, and he's an analyst for ESPN, and so
I didn't even think about all that shit.
ESPN fucking tweeted like literally within a couple hours and was like, we're done with Paul Pierce, like he's done.
They dropped him like that.
Yeah. So I wanted to get your thoughts on that. What do you think about that whole situation?
Man, Paul Pierce living his damn life. Like
he said, he seems to be okay with it.
I'm saying I'm not mad at him.
Yeah,
you are. He should cause he's a role model. You know what I'm saying? So he shouldn't be doing stuff like that. But at the same time, I'm a grown ass man. I'm gonna do what I want to do. Yeah, So like
that's what my thing is. Like I'm cool with him doing it. Yeah, I don't care if he wants to do that. I don't care even if he wants to do that on his social media, whatever. But then, like, because people are upset that he got fired and got let go, and I'm like, man, he was working for Disney. Yeah. Disney's got a tight leash. Like, that shit's in your contract. You can't be doing shit that.
Shannon Sharp be fucking wilding on ESPN too.
But he works for Fox.
Oh, I guess
Fox,
that's different.
Fox is a different
Okay.
network, so I don't know what
Uh,
Fox. I mean, some sketchy ass people on any of the Fox networks. So I
Right.
mean, like Shannon can probably do whatever the hell he wants.
Anything. He be on there smoking, he be drunk as hell, drinking
Yeah.
Hennessy, all of it.
Yeah,
All of
I
it.
bet if he would have just been drinking, he might have been fine. I think it was the strippers and whatnot that was
Yeah.
pushed it over the
Yeah.
edge. But
Yeah, I could agree with that.
but like I don't even care. Like I don't know. It's just like this weird debate of people being like, oh, they shouldn't be allowed to fire him for whatever. That happens all the time. That happens to regular people. You
Yeah.
know, like that happens like
Right.
if you know, I work at Target, and if I go like making a video of me like, you know, I don't even know, man. If I post a porno tomorrow on my YouTube page and it's not
Type
like behind
shit.
it, and I'm just like, yo, this is me, like check out my dick, like I'm getting
Funny as
fired,
hell.
bro.
It's
Like
gonna
I'm
happen,
getting
yeah.
fired, and that's how it
It's
goes.
gonna happen, yeah.
So it's kind of it's a little ridiculous.
Facts.
Colin O'Brien says, haha, he's a dog. Hashtag the truth. Yeah, I mean, I got, you know, if he's living his best life, I got no problems with it, man. I just think like it's absurd that people are like mad he got fired. So you got to know it's gonna
It
happen.
happened. Yeah.
And
That's
he
what we
seems
should
okay with
expect.
it. So like,
Because he probably expected it to happen. Like,
yeah, that's
I
what
probably, like-
people think. Like he was like he must have either been in like some negotiation with this contract that didn't go well, or like he was up soon or something, and that's why people think he did it. Because like he's not a stupid dude. Like he knows better than that. He didn't do shit like that when he was in the NBA. Like I don't know. It's just
So yeah,
just
probably
a funny
that
situation.
contract might have been up, so he was like, "Fuck it,
Yeah.
might have some fun."
It's a little ridiculous, but I guess kind of on the other side of the internet, I want to know, Jrachi, do you have an OnlyFans account?
Yeah, well, no, I ain't got
You
no
got? Do you have an
OnlyFans.
account where you can go view people's shit? Like you have a account with OnlyFans? Maybe not like you make one personally.
Nah.
No, you're not subscribed to anybody's OnlyFans.
Mm-mm.
So I asked this because you know, Bad Baby broke the record for the app the other day
That is crazy, though.
on her 18th birthday.
That's insane.
She turned in $1 million in less than 6 hours.
It's a lot of fucking money.
What's your thoughts on OnlyFans in general?
It's not the best thing in the world, but I don't like to judge people. So do what the fuck you do.
Could you date a girl who had OnlyFans?
Possibly.
What
It-
if
it
she wanted you
depends.
to be in some of the content?
That's where I might cross the line right there. Like,
What if you said you didn't want to be in the content, and so she needed to go find a male model to do the content with her?
Nah.
You still dating?
Mm-mm. No.
What if she was doing the content before with another guy before you started dating, and then you started dating? Like that's her job at that point. Are you gonna
And
make
she
her
go-
quit her job to be with you?
That's damn. You just put me in a situation.
I was preparing this to get you to this point.
Oh shit. I don't know, cause damn, she gotta be like top of the line. You know, like I
Well, that's
gotta
what
really
a lot of
fuck
guys
with
can't.
her.
A lot of guys like can't like. I know a lot of dudes get really weird when you bring up the conversation of like, could you date like an adult film actress? Or, like,
Yeah.
and it's kind of OnlyFans girls, kind of like a similar thing, and it's like, I don't know how like I think personally like I wouldn't really care like especially if they were doing that like before we
That's
were
yeah.
dating.
That's where I'm okay.
I think it might be a little
like,
weird if like
yeah.
we were dating for a period of time. They're like, yeah, you know what? I'm thinking about doing gangbang porn. I'd be like,
Nah. That's something I can't.
I'd be like, am I doing something wrong? Like,
Type shit, yeah.
is it like,
Yeah.
you know? I feel like if someone's into that beforehand, I feel like you can't be like, nah.
Yeah, because that's their job. That's the way. That's why I said I don't really judge people. So it's like that's your job. That's how you make money.
Would you
Go
make
ahead
an
and do you.
OnlyFans?
Probably not.
If it was nothing else, rapping let's say tomorrow you
Maybe.
get canceled, no
That's
one
what I'm
ever
saying.
wants to listen to Jrachi track again.
okay,
no
I'm
job will
not,
ever
not
hire
if just
you.
that happens. I'm just saying like maybe if all else fails, like
If it was nothing,
If
you
it
were
was
gonna be
nothing,
homeless, or you did OnlyFans.
then possibly yeah, like
Yeah, that's fair.
possibly.
That's fair.
yeah.
I'm always curious, man, because it's like such this big like new thing. I feel like dudes are down really bad that are, I don't know, man. There's billions of free porn. Like you can't watch all of the free porn that exists right
It's
now.
just
You start watching
everywhere.
right now until you die. You'll never finish.
Yeah, literally.
Why are you paying for pictures that people are
It
gonna
is
put on
right
Instagram?
there. Yeah, like that shit don't make no
It
sense.
freaks me out. I'm all for girls doing it. I'm all for guys doing it. Make your bag, like get your bag,
Yeah,
especially if you
get
got
your
people that
money.
want to see it.
Right.
But I'm okay. I don't need to pay for it, man.
Same. Yeah.
It blows my mind a little bit.
That shit is funny as hell. Though.
But the reason I brought up Bad Baby and her breaking the record is because it was on her 18th birthday, and for people to have subscribed to the like she had to shoot this to drop this content.
before, yeah.
on her 18th birthday. She
Yeah.
had to shoot this shit
Type
before
shit.
she was 18.
Hell
And
yeah.
apparently everyone has said like she's not like naked or anything, but it's still like a little sus to me.
Yeah,
that,
like everybody just $1 million worth of money. Like, damn.
And is it like, I mean, I'm not saying she's ugly, but like, is she that pretty?
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. You're not even that bad for me.
I respect her to like do it, like get your money
do what you
again.
do, but yeah,
she's beefing with Dr. Phil now too. Again, I guess I should say.
How is she beefing with Dr.? Like, how do you beef with Dr. Phil?
I mean, because he put her on, dude. You know, that's how she like got famous.
He put her. So why is she beefing with him?
Because she says that he sent her to a camp, this Turnabout Ranch. Like there's like all the memes with Dr. Phil. He always sends people to the ranch and all this shit. And so like, he sent her to this like correctional camp, and apparently her experience was not different from many others. Where all these kids went to this camp and basically were just forced into like child labor. Basically, it was just like really hard physical labor, like basically free labor for the camp.
Yeah.
And it was like, she describes it as abusive. And so like she's beefing with him right now. He hasn't responded to it anything.
He
yet,
shouldn't. I wouldn't respond to it. You little ass kid. Like,
yeah.
move around.
She's. I mean, I will say if it's true, that's pretty fucked up. That like that's
That-
what he's doing
yeah,
to
it is
help
definitely
people.
fucked
Because
up,
like
yeah.
people go to his show for. I mean, it's entertainment, but like people do go for it to try and get help. So I think that's a little fucked if it's true.
Yeah, facts.
But yeah, I don't really know. And I guess I was gonna ask you, yeah, could you date an OnlyFans model? And I guess you already kind of answered that. But I want to know, like, you know, you got all these tracks in the bag right now, and you're sitting on a video. What's next, man? Like what's the next move, if there was one?
Keep putting out music.
When does that timeline look like? Is it like when you got stuff you just got to mix and master? You got stuff like you want to write some more? You trying to do an album? You trying to do a mixtape? Trying to drop singles?
I want to get enough to where it's like I can put out a couple albums before I actually start dropping shit. You know what I'm saying? Once I have enough put up, saved up, it's like with money type shit. Once you have enough saved up, then you start spending a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I want to do it a little bit.
So you trying to get like an album together and then start releasing
And
some
then start
singles
releasing shit
to go into the album.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Very interesting. What when it comes to like the content aspect of things, I know I saw a while ago, maybe this might have been like a year and a half, maybe some change. You did like a little an interview thing with where you did like behind the lyrics of one of your songs.
Mm-hmm.
How was that shot? Like how did you guys get about going with that? And do you plan on doing anything else similar, like with content and whatnot?
That's actually like you want the full story on that?
Yeah.
I'll give you the beans on this story.
Spill the tea, dog.
So it was this guy named Holden. And I got in contact with Holden through this guy named Nico Bellotti. So it was just a whole lot of connections right there. So
okay.
Yeah, so and Nico wanted to use my music. Well, this is when I first started dropping music. He wanted to use my music for his YouTube channel because he was starting a YouTube channel. I don't know where his shit went.
Yeah.
I think he stopped doing that.
Oh, that's fair. That happens a lot.
Yeah. So I think he stopped doing it. But yeah, I met him through him. And then so I was like, okay, yeah, you can use my music. He said, I got this studio for you, bro, at my guy's house. Go through there. You can record there anytime you need to and just keep putting out music and just for the YouTube videos, and we can just keep working together. I was like, okay, cool. I'll fuck with that.
Yeah.
So I got to the guy's Holding to his house, and he didn't have shit for a studio. Like, it was like shit for like a photography studio. So I was like, the fuck is this?
Yeah.
You know, like I'm like looking surprised as hell. Like I thought I was coming here to record some music. I say, bro, I said that, bro. I thought I was here coming to record some music. I got this mic right here and some bullshit. I don't know what the fuck
some bullshit.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck it was.
So it was like
I can't
more
do
of
shit
a
with
photographer's studio.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, like for interviews, and he did shit like this a little bit too. So
okay.
like photography interviews and shit. But I was like, because when we got there, like, what am I gonna do with this? Like, I was pissed now.
Yeah,
so I was
can
like,
imagine.
Yeah, like
you came here to record some music.
Right.
You're like, oh, I guess I'll take my pictures.
Exactly.
yeah.
Some shit,
Yeah.
I was pissed now. So then I was like, fuck, like we got to do something since we here. And I told him like, bro, like, what if we did some shit like a Genius type? I literally said like a Genius type of thing for like music. I brung it up to him. He was like, yeah, okay, I'm fucking with that. So he ended up writing some questions and stuff, and then I ended up going on his show, going in there, doing an interview, and then he actually shot my Heater video too, so shout out to him for that. But So yeah, I ended up going to do the interview. I did maybe 2 or 3 interviews with him. I think it was about 2 or 3. And then like after the third one, we got into like this argument or some shit. So
Y'all got
like
an argument after
not
an
even
interview.
like an argument. Not like it wasn't a physical argument. Like we weren't next to each other or nothing. It was like over the phone and shit. But he said some stupid shit. Like, fuck, what did he say? I don't know. I was trying to reach out to him to do another interview. He said some stupid shit like, "Oh, bro, I don't have time to do the interviews. Can you stop texting me? Blah blah blah. Blah. I'm the one who started this anyway." Like, and I was.
He was like trying to say like you, like he was trying to claim that like you were coming at him almost sideways, like you wanted some part of his interviews when you just want to interview.
Not even. Maybe he thought I was trying to come off sideways.
The way you saying it, that kind of sounds like he's saying. I don't know.
Maybe he was. Maybe that. But yeah, I was just like, "Hey, bro, like, when we gonna get another interview done?" You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then he said all that shit. I'm the one who started this shit. And then I was like, what the fuck? Like, I gave you the idea for this shit. Like, you thought I was finna come here and record some music with this shit ass mic. Like, I don't, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm like, what the fuck? And then, yeah, so after that had happened, and we had just stopped fucking with each other after that. So I ain't heard from bro since then.
So did he keep doing interviews though? Do you know?
Yeah,
he
got a lot of interviews on his shit.
Okay,
Yeah.
well at least he didn't quit. So you guys are.
I don't think he's still doing it no more. I ain't seen shit recently.
That's
but
fair.
He probably got a decent amount on his shit.
You guys both just went your separate ways. Who knows? Maybe there's a
Type
day we
shit.
can bring it back.
Maybe.
We've squashed beefs before on the show.
Oh,
so
for real.
I've literally had beefing rappers and then like come on the show and squash that shit. So
who was squashing their beef on the show?
So this shout out Anthony Grisanti. We did a song together, but when his friend Banning was like really close with my guy I started my podcast with, like who did the video aspect of things, Harrison.
Okay.
And shout out Harrison. He shoots all my videos and everything, like my big videos and stuff like that, like my music videos and shit like that. Basically, so Banning was on the show one week. Banning was kind of talking a little crazy about this Anthony guy, and this Anthony guy who I didn't know at the time was like talking mad shit to him over Snapchat. So I played the clip of Anthony like cussing dude out, like talking mad shit to him in the microphone, and everyone was like, all these people were watching for Banning that week, and they're like, oh, you gotta have him on, and I said, you know what, Anthony, if you're watching, come on the show next week, blah blah blah, blah. He hit me up after the show and we set it up.
Shit.
He came on next week and we had Banning hide in the other room and come out during the show, and then they came out and squashed it. So you beefing with anybody? I'll do the same thing.
I ain't beefing nobody, man.
No?
Nah, you should have had him getting the gloves or something.
Oh God, no, man, I'm not trying to. There's legal shit with that. I'm not trying to deal with. I'll just have two people yell at each other, and they didn't even. They switched like right when they saw each other. They were both fine.
Yeah, that's good.
It was, which is good. It's, you know, the internet. I think things get misconstrued. You don't get in any petty squabbles over Twitter or anything like that. No, nothing like that.
I'm not really that big on the social media shit.
Yeah, so you mentioned that, you know, earlier. What kind of social media do you enjoy then? Like if you go to check your phone, like do you watch
sports,
YouTube, like
music,
sports and everything? Gotcha.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. I follow like NBA, NFL, like, you know what I'm saying, pages like that, music pages, artists and shit like that. That's probably and my friends too, some friends.
That's fair. Who in the music scene are you like watching and looking for?
Looking for?
Like checking. Like do you check, like, you know, guys like Adam 22 from No Jumper and stuff like that? Like who do you follow in that scene?
Oh, okay. Probably Adam. I used to watch Narwhal videos. That shit funny as fuck. Just cause he know everything about everybody.
Yeah, he's crazy, man.
Yeah, that shit's crazy as hell.
Secret agent, fucking
FBI
I don't know how
shit.
he knows what he knows.
Yeah, that shit is crazy
as
fuck. Narwhal, Adam 22, Academics. He always in some fucking, you know, Academics.
Yeah, I watched Academics from when he was at like, man, back in like 2016. I started watching Academics.
Yep, that's when he started.
That's when he first like started getting like kind of big, and then he started following. He followed like the Drake and Joe Budden beef, and like I remember watching videos on that shit every day from him, and then him and fucking Joe end up doing a show together on Complex and everything.
That shit's crazy.
It's nuts, man.
That shit is crazy as fuck.
Who's your favorite artist that you've seen in an interview?
In an interview?
Yeah, that's like dropped like a. Like who do you watch a lot of artist interviews or not really?
I used to a lot, not as much anymore, but I used to a lot, yeah.
Because I definitely, I haven't watched as many recently, but I know like I really enjoy it. I mentioned Vince Staples earlier. He is a really great Breakfast Club interview.
Okay.
Sometimes it's more, even like someone like him, he drops like gems in it. Other people, you get like Soulja Boy go on the Breakfast Club, or people like that, and you just get like some funny ass, like, or even Tekashi when he went on there was a little ridiculous. But
man, yeah,
he had his run, man. I'm glad he's done.
He ain't done.
I mean, he's not popping anymore. At least not as much.
He ain't done, bro.
No, everyone's done with his ass. All the industry is, at least. No one's giving him a platform anymore.
Bro, that's what he wants. Like,
but he can't get it now. The only people that are scummy enough to take an interview from him were fucking. I'm trying to think who took one. I think like the Nelk Boys did a collab with him. But other than that, like he ain't get shit when he was trying to promote his album. Like he asked to be everywhere, and everyone was like,
yeah,
nah.
I did hear his shit was a flop a little bit.
He was bitching about it because they like changed some rule with bundling and everything.
Yeah,
like
I heard that shit.
They've been trying to change it though for years. Basically, artists like bundle like hoodies and T-shirts with their album to help boost sales. So like,
okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so Nicki Minaj was all pissed off that like Travis Scott beat her with Astro World for the #1 spot, whatever, like a couple years ago, and she was bitching that he was bundling hoodies and shit with his stuff, but she was doing the same thing, and so like everybody in the industry was doing it, and then they basically I guess I don't know if it was Billboard or whoever the fuck, no, it's the RC, whoever fucking certified platinum, whoever does that shit, they decided as an organization to like change that rule. So and it took however long. I know that, yeah. And that's it went into effect the week he dropped his album, so that's why he was pissed off.
Oh,
he thought it was like, oh, they doing it to me on purpose. Like, bro, no one knew your fucking album was coming out 2 years ago when they decided to do this. Right. So we got a couple people in the comments. So Deborah says, "Happy Monday, guys," and then Colin O'Brien says, "Gotta be Mike Wilbon." Oh, you follow Mike Wilbon?
I don't know who that is.
He's a commentator too on ESPN, I think. I don't know, bro. Do you follow Stephen A at all? He's got like his own podcast and shit now.
I didn't know he had a podcast.
Yeah, he got like a longer form thing now, like without Max.
Nah,
is Max Kellerman still on First Take? I haven't really been watching. He got some goofy ass.
That was a while ago.
I love his Andre Iguodala thing still.
I didn't watch that shit.
You never saw that fucking thing when they like he's like, game on the line. Like universe is at stake.
Oh yeah, and he said,
"I want Iguodala."
Yeah. Oh fuck no.
Yeah. That's like one of my favorite shit of all time. Dude.
I did see that.
That is one of the best of all time. Now,
damn, that was funny.
I mentioned this when we were on live that we were gonna maybe talk about this, and you know, as both of us being rappers, being musicians, what do you feel? How do you feel as a rapper about Lil Nas X's new song and then the rollout for the song, including the video and the shoe and whatnot?
Do what the fuck you do, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it saying the same shit. I don't judge people, bro. Mm-hmm. So I ain't got no problem with it. Do what the fuck you do.
How do you feel about the people? Like, there's a lot of outrage towards that video right now and the sneakers and everything.
Well, I mean, that's not like that shit hasn't been going on for fucking forever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just because I feel like with him, it's just a problem because like a lot of kids was listening to his music. So like a lot of parents are mad now because he did some shit like that.
Yeah.
But as a parent, I would be mad too though. But as me, who I am, a 20-year-old,
would you be mad though, or would you just be like, don't listen to that shit?
I would say that's probably what
Jrachi Jr. Don't listen to that shit.
Yeah, but
I'm not trying to have you hear.
I don't want you to listen to that shit.
That's what like I think Joyner Lucas got really upset about it, and I was really taken back by Joyner Lucas getting all butthurt about it because like Joyner has done like his whole thing is doing controversial music videos. Like he I'm not racist. He got the Ross Caperoni video from before that. Like he does controversial ass shit. And he knows how to play the system. So it's like it was weird for him, and he was bitching like, you know, my kids watching this shit. Like you ain't put a disclaimer, you ain't do whatever. And then Lil Nas X
disclaimer might have been a good thing.
Might have been.
Yeah,
might have
disclaimer.
Been.
Yeah.
But I mean the thumbnail is him fucking wearing no clothes pulled on a
you
pole.
See that
so it's
too,
like you see that, like don't click it then if you don't like kid,
right.
you know. But Lil Nas X clapped back and said, basically said that, you know, it's not my job to raise your kids. I talk about drinking lean and adultery on Old Town Road. So, you know, that's you chose to let your kids listen to that.
As a parent, you got 100% control of what your kids. I ain't gonna say 100%.
Yeah, when they go to school and shit, they got friends like they, you know, they could listen to whatever. But like,
I ain't gonna say 100%, but you got a lot of control over what your kids put into their brains.
Yeah.
So if you could take the tablet away from them and they don't have to go tell them to read a book.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He does have a kid. This is the only thing that like, because he was complaining. People were trying to say, I was like I get the one side of the argument of like, you know, he has kid audience and all this shit, and I'm more so like, you know, he's allowed to do whatever he wants as an artist. Like if you want him to censor his art, like rock
you can't
and roll,
judge artists. You can't.
Yeah, and rock and roll has been doing the same shit for forever. Like
that's what
they've been doing it. Like you said,
it's been happening. So
yeah,
it's like
it's not even. And the thing that blows my mind is that like he used like the Satan shit as like a visual, but the song's not about that at all. The song is about him being himself. That's all it is. But his name is Montero, and his calling it like it's about being yourself. And he's a gay man in America, and he feels a way about it, so he wants to make a song about it.
Right.
But you know, I did think the only funny part that kind of I could see like really ultra conservative people that like were really mad about it. Like the only kind of poll I was giving them was that he actually does have a kid's book that I didn't know existed until like since I work at Target. Like I saw he has this like it's like Lil Nas X C is for country, and it's a little kid's book like animated and shit. Like I was like, oh. Well, if they pull that up, then they got like a little bit of an argument, but it's still, I'm still siding with my guy Lil Nas X on that.
Yeah, okay.
The sneakers too. How'd you feel about that? You see the sneakers?
That's kind of ridiculous. The human blood shit. That was weird.
That was weird. That was weird. I think Nike apparently they like settled because Nike like tried to sue the brand Mischief, which is like the collab, like the brand that like that designed it, and they were trying to like. I think what they were trying to do didn't like fully work because like they were trying to like, you know, get the shoe fully like removed or whatever. And to my knowledge, it's not being completely removed, but basically Mischief just has to cover any type of like destruction of like the what's it called in Nike like Air Mags, you've got like the little air pocket. And Nike has a warranty of like I think it's like 2 years. If your pocket breaks, you can send them back and get a new pair. Okay. And so since they're customized, Nike's basically they couldn't get the whole shoe removed, so now they just have it where like Mischief is responsible for if shit breaks. Okay. So, which is like they don't.
I guess that's fair.
People aren't gonna be wearing those shits around really, like anyways. Like not like big sneakerhead. There was only 666 of them, so it's pretty insane. Dude.
Yeah, he wild as hell for that one.
I mean, it's a great like as a aspiring artist, like from a marketing standpoint.
It was amazing.
Fantastic.
He did everything he wanted to fucking do. Yeah. And people don't realize that.
The song went #1 because we were all everybody's bitching about it. Whatever side you're on.
Because everybody was like, oh, I don't want, look at those shoes.
It's the same reason Tekashi was big for how long he was big. Exactly. You know, it's the same shit.
It's the same shit.
You got to hack outrage culture, basically.
No cap.
What should we do to hack outrage culture?
I don't know. I guess we could start a beef or something.
We could do a fake beef.
Me and you would do a fake beef?
We could do a fake beef. That would be
they
huge.
gonna know now. Shit,
only it doesn't. You know, only whoever watches this would know. So
facts.
Or we could beef with Latrell. No one like.
We could do that too.
We could beef with Latrell. We could beef with somebody else and just do this big fake contrived beef and like fake one of our deaths. Come back.
Come back to life.
Release a project.
That'd be cold as hell. That'd be some
People wouldn't know if you're a hologram or if it's just the clothes you're wearing.
That'd be cold as fuck though. No cap.
People think fucking Michael Jackson's still alive, so like you could trick everybody like that.
And then they gonna all pay attention. That's all we need right there. Everybody pay attention.
What's your favorite conspiracy theory?
There's so many.
I was gonna say because when we were on IG Live, you were trying to tell me that DMX died from taking the vaccine.
Oh yeah, I heard that's one too.
It's not true at all. That's not what happened. I heard he OD'd. He was on a bunch of drugs.
I didn't hear it was the vaccine. I heard they tried to
DMX,
OD him.
Rip DMX.
Yeah, facts.
I'm honestly really sad about it. But I just when you said that like a couple days ago, I was like, bro, no, whoever told you that is fucking capping, bro. They are capping. I got my first shot today, dude. It's fucking can't see that. Oh yeah, money.
He said, "Oh yeah, money." There. How that what that motherfucker doing to you?
I mean, it's only sore if I go all the way up like this. It feels fine. It was like I'm like really scared of needles, honestly. And like I just always have been since I was little, and like it's just like a little. I like just like looked away the whole time, and she just kept talking to me, and like I'm just sitting there for like a couple minutes, and she like kind of looked at me like, you know, you're good. I was like, oh, you did it already? Like I didn't even know she did it. It was just like a little push. Okay. So it wasn't bad at all. And now I got to get. You know, the second one in 3 weeks or something like that, and then we're good.
That bitch give you a fever or something?
No, I mean I'm here. I got it today.
Oh, damn.
I got this shit today, so I'm good. We young, we should be okay.
Facts.
Hopefully, that's the goal. we kind of covered a lot of bases here, Jrachi. You got what's something you want to let the people know? Anything that we didn't get to, you wanted to get to. What do you want to get off your chest?
I'm just gonna tell everybody, chase their dreams, and like a lot of people gonna tell you not to do shit, but you gotta let that shit go in one ear and out the other, bro. Just if you chasing your dreams, stick to it and don't fucking give up. And that's that shit right there, bro. Just don't give up.
Just listen to yourself, your own inner monologue, nobody else's.
It's nobody else's life except yours. So
who kind of like, I mean, that's a great mindset to have. I definitely subscribe to that as well. Like, how have you molded that? How have you come to understand that?
Was there music?
Through music? What musical, like, what certain influences were teaching you to do that? Because I know you mentioned some of your influences earlier, but like, is there a specific artist, specific track that like really
Juice.
Okay.
Yep.
Juice is crazy too.
Tough as hell.
You seen his hour-long freestyle shit?
I watched it like 100 times.
That's fucking just ridiculous, dude.
Man, like one of the best ever to ever do it, bro. Real shit.
Very much so. It's really sad
tough.
to see that kind of like, just like the way a lot of like, I don't know, a lot of these like newer rappers just have been
young artists.
Just really sad to see all these young artists like pass away, especially before they even get to like, I can't even
hit
fucking
the peak.
I can't even imagine how big Juice WRLD would have been.
He didn't even hit the peak, bro. He just started.
I mean, he got
just started.
Hopefully somebody fucking, well, they will. How do you feel about like posthumous albums? Like when people are passed away and then they release stuff. The label releases stuff on behalf of them.
I wouldn't say it should be a label release.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it should be like a family release or like a friends release. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the friends and the family should figure out what's gonna get released.
Yeah.
But I really don't got no problem with that. I think you should. I think they should do that to keep the legacy alive.
So Jrachi's got a bunch of songs in the bank right now. Hopefully nothing ever happens to you. But let's say something did.
Hopefully.
Let's say something did.
Hopefully.
You want me and Latrell to put out a project in your name?
Guaranteed.
Okay. We'll do it.
Guaranteed.
Do you want us to throw a bunch of features on there that people you never talk to ever in your real life? Because that's what bothers me with people do it, is when they do the posthumous albums and then like people like, I love a lot of Kanye's music. I was a later fan of X. Like I became like a fan like before like probably the year before he passed. So I wasn't like right on his shit at the beginning, but I went back and got into all of it. And when he passed away, and then they start putting out all this music for him, like his label does, and all of a sudden Kanye's on a feature and all these different people. I'm like, man, you guys y'all didn't know each other like that, Like I want to see, X do a bunch of. If you're gonna put features on it, put Ski Mask on it. Put somebody who came up with X. Joey Badass and him did music together. Like have those guys on. I kind of get weird about that. Where like, I would really. I mean, I guess I would have no say if I was dead, but like I would be really upset. I guess looking down, like, bro, are you kidding me? Like that dude don't even fuck with me. He's on my track now.
It's not authentic no more. It takes it away from it. So
and I think too, it's a little, kind of what freaks me out is that like when they do that and they're just kind of like scraping like any like fucking voice memo off this computer. Like if I had like songs that like had like some themes and there was like some shit and you maybe had to take something from one song and put it into there, okay. But like, I could just kind of tell in some of the music they've released for some of the artists that have passed, it's like they really ain't have nothing, and they were like, we just got to give them something on this. Like, like X was a master of doing some cool ass shit with his voice. Like he just used his voice as an instrument.
Facts.
But there were a couple songs on Skins where I was like, this sounds like he was trying to hum some shit so he didn't forget the melody. And he just recorded it on his computer real quick. He was going to come back and write to that later. And they were just like, yeah, let's use that.
Facts.
And, like,
I can definitely see that.
What's going on? Like, that's so disrespectful to him and to his fans. That, like, really, because it's like you're just trying to, like, juice every last, like, bit of, like, money that you can get out of this kid. Yeah. And it's just, I don't know, man. It makes me really sad to see that.
It's no respect.
What do you think the biggest problem is right now in the music industry? Or even, maybe not even the music industry, maybe for upcoming artists like yourself and like myself?
Stay alive.
Stay alive?
Yeah. Stay alive. Like,
I hope I can do so. I hope I can do
a lot of people dying. So stay alive.
We just gotta live. We just gotta live. That's the biggest thing. That's fair.
Stay alive.
I think for me, it's probably like trying to kind of get out of your own head a little bit. I feel like you were saying before, like to just listen to yourself, right? And Facts. I feel like after you get a little bit of experience under your belt, and you start like, like when you start out, maybe you catch a couple vibes and whatever, but like once you start, like you get a little bit of a rhythm, you're like, oh, what's
to
good
do,
now.
yeah,
And you know how to do it, and you know how to like even maneuver a little bit on social media and everything. And it's tough sometimes. You'll have those days where it like kind of pulls back into you, at least in my case, where it's like, damn, ain't nobody fucking with this. Like nobody, whatever. Like what the fuck am I supposed to do? Like, I just want to.
It'd be like that.
I love this fucking song. I want people to hear it. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
and it's
like, why they not fucking with this? And I thought this was the best one.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah. Yep.
That's tough. So you never released like a full project yet, right?
Nope. No sir.
Man, so you don't even know what that's like yet, man. We gotta get that going. We gotta get you rolling with
Facts.
What was I gonna say? So you said people should just believe in themselves. You got any questions for me, Jrachi?
I think I'm good.
Are we all good?
We're all good.
When
I'm gonna be back on here?
What's up?
When I'm gonna be back on the show?
Oh, you'll be back on the show. We got I got some stuff I'm gonna tell you about when we're done here, and then that'll kind of get that set in motion. But it'll be soon. It'll be real soon. And we're gonna feed the starving Jrachi fans out there. I'm gonna make sure I got a couple tracks and a video that I'm gonna tell you here in a minute. It's gonna be really cool. But I want to thank everybody who tuned in here to listen to Jrachi and I kind of talk some shit. Thank you guys for tuning in live on YouTube. Also want to say thank you to those listening on Spotify the day after or YouTube the day after. Also, big shout out to Kenosha Auto Insurance for sponsoring this episode, and to our patrons for supporting the channel. Like I mentioned earlier in this episode, I post exclusive content over on Patreon. So if you want to support the channel for as little as $1 a month, you can do so over there. You can cancel at any time as well. So that's just patreon.com/DarrenRita. And this has been the 93rd episode of the Detox Podcast here with Jrachi. So I'll see you guys next week. Peace.
Yes, sir.